Garrett is in Indianapolis. Hi, Garrett. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Just reaching out. I'm the operating partner of 3 quick service restaurants that employs just under 200 employees with top sales just under that 12 million mark. The reason I'm reaching out or looking for advice is I want to know, did I enter a good business partnership? I'm in business with 2 family members. They're the main owners and beneficiaries of the company, and it's just making it, I feel like, a harder for me to see a financial positive in the future with this business model that I'm in.
The 3 of you are equal owners?
Not equal. So I am a minority partner. There's 3 different locations. I own 19% of just the operations in one, and then 25% in the other 2 locations.
Okay. And how did you come by this? Did they give this to you as you rose up through the ranks and became a leader? Or was this the original deal when the 3 of you went together and bought these restaurants?
Yes. So it was throughout the moving up the company, more or less. So I actually started in a different career path. I was working with them on more or less a hiring and HR function about 8 years ago. And then about 2 years into my journey working with my family, was given the opportunity to, hey, let's go open a restaurant together. And we came to the agreement, 19% of the operations was a good starting point. But I was very young and naive. When I went through that, didn't ask a lot of questions, was more or less happy for the opportunity, happy that someone believed in me and wanted me to go into business, and was happy to, see my name on the side of the door saying owner operator. And then over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, just learning more about business, seeing the time and effort, and actually reading the operating agreement that I have with them, and seeing, how they are growing. I feel like we have a little too many hands in the pot at certain times. And I just want to make sure I am not working my life away and not going to see a financial gain in the long run.
Okay. So I'm making sure I understand. The other 2 partners are like, they are family, but you're not.
So we're all family. So they're actually my uncles.
Oh, okay. You're 2 uncles. You're the nephew.
Yes.
And they brought you along as a minority shareholder.
Yes, correct.
Okay. How old are you?
And I just turned 32 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what is the long-term plan then?
Long-term plan was just to continue to run it as a owner-operator with them over the course of the longevity of the business. The only reason I say that, I feel like it's hard for me to see a financial benefit down the long road, is they are growing at a rapid rate. When we joined this partnership years ago, they only had, at the time, 7 Culvers. So I was very fortunate and thankful that they thought of me, hey, let's go open a Culvers together. Now they've had success with myself and 2 other business partners. Now they own and operate over 30 locations, and they have, I'm not sure how many business partners they have now off the top of my head, but there's just more fees into it.
So you're not, you only own part of 3 of 30. Yes,
I'm only on 3 of them, correct.
Okay. And but you're not getting payout due to the 1/5 ownership. Are you getting a 5th of the profits?
As of right now, I haven't seen a distribution yet. I do have a salary that I take on a biweekly pay. And I opened the first location just over 4 years ago. It's doing very well, but I haven't seen like a distribution yet.
Are you seeing the P&Ls?
Seeing the P&Ls, yes. And the
There's
P&Ls
a profit?
are really good. Yes, there's definitely.
What are they doing with the profit?
That's my concern. Is obviously we had a Go ahead.
The operating. They should be either putting the profit back into those 3 restaurants or in your pockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a profit every year. Obviously, the profits in the restaurant business aren't huge, but anywhere from 10%. Our best year that I've seen since being an operator was up to a 20, and that was a really good year. But I don't see the income at the end.
Where did the profit go? You don't know?
As of right now, I know it's embarrassing to say, but no.
Why don't you know? Why have they not told you? Are they hiding it from you, or you just hadn't bothered to ask?
It's a little bit of both. So I definitely have asked. We have had a change in our financial team at their company. Got rid of the previous regime, got a new regime in. And the new CFO I've talked to, we had to get our retained earnings up. The previous financial regime, let's just say, was cutting corners, wasn't saving money. We were just focused on growth.
How are you having growth in the 3 restaurants?
Well,
growth is them buying other restaurants, hopefully not with your profits.
That's my concern, yes.
Well, it's not a concern. That would be just wrong.
Yeah.
And so you need to clear that up, because you're basically, if they owe you profits and they're using them to buy them other restaurants instead of paying you out as an owner, even as a minority shareholder, that's wrong, obviously. I mean, even if you're a minority shareholder, it's not ethical for them to take 100% of the profits and do something for themselves with it and not anything for you.
Yes.
Does that make any sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense. And
I want to. You got to solve for that, dude. You need to call your uncles and have a cup of coffee with them and go, hey, I need to understand this. Where'd the profit go? Because I feel kind of dumb. I don't know.
Yeah, and I do definitely feel kind of dumb.
Just ask them. Well, what's wrong with having a cup of coffee with them? Go, hey guys, I don't know where the profits went. I feel kind of dumb, and it's bothering me. So help me with this.
Yep.
What would they say?
They'd be happy to sit down and talk. They're great guys.
Okay.
Great guys. They'd be more than happy to sit down and talk.
Then that's what you need to do. Because there may be a perfectly logical explanation, and then your angst goes away.
Mm-hmm.
And then, your next question while you're going ahead and have this conversation is, show me a path how this is going to result in me building wealth over time, because I don't want to run. Basically, for 3 years, I've been working for this salary, and I thought I was an owner.
Yes.
And I want to see a path how that benefits me, because that's why I'm working my tail off over here. So show me how this works. And I just don't understand. You don't have to be accusing. You can just be asking. Be curious.
Yep.
It's fair to be curious. It's not fair to be accusing. And if you don't go get the answers to those questions, it's your fault.
Yes.
So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, you are in a. I would not have signed you up for this trip. Okay, you're in a disadvantaged situation. Anytime you're a minority shareholder in a small business, you have absolutely nothing. There's nothing you can do. You have zero power. Your vote doesn't count. And so whatever they decide, if they want to put all the money back into new equipment, you don't get a say. You just kind of have to go along with it, right? Minority shareholder positions in small businesses are worthless. Now the other question I've got then is, if you decided to exit, is there a payout for your position?
Yes, yeah, there is. We do have a valid operating agreement.
That gives an exit strategy.
Yes,
an exit formula.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So you know what that is. No. So what would you get if you left?
Well, that was the other concern that has me anxious is, my shares. If, say, we sold the whole business, all 3 of us got out.
No, that wasn't what I said. If you exit.
If I exit, so I would get my equity in the business, but my shares are discounted at a 60% rate.
Yeah. Okay. Which says that you don't have 20%. It says you have 12%.
Yep.
No, you have 8%. 8%, I'm sorry.
Yep. Like just under 8, yep.
Okay. And so, but we don't know what shares what value they placed on your shares either.
There is a value of per share.
Okay. So you know exactly what you get. How much would you get then? You probably run the numbers.
Yeah. There's a little bit different for each restaurant.
I know. How much money would you get if you quit?
If I quit right now, I'd get around $700,000,
$800,000.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. I'm shocked. I'm aghast. And I'm confused about what you're dissatisfied about.
Not dissatisfied. I guess
Your discounted shares are worth $750,000.
yeah.
Oh, darn. I hate it when that happens.
I've always
That you paid nothing for except your sweat.
No, I did put in money. So
How
I've
much?
had to put. So it'd be 75, 350.
Okay. So you doubled your money with your sweat.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Pretty good return on investment. I think you need to figure out where you could do this well, where else you could do this good. And it may be just some discovery and some clarification of the vision of where we're going and where the profits have been going that brings you back down to earth and satisfies you. Because I'm not hearing it. I don't like a minority share position, but I don't hate yours because you're making some stinking money, man. I mean, it's pretty incredible. In 3 years, you've doubled $350,000. And yeah, so I think you should go ask questions with curiosity about the future and about where the profits went, and then that should give you enough to satisfy you and work your butt off. This is the EntreLeadership Podcast.